So my last video got taken down. Apparently the ATO is so untouchable you can't even talk about it, which only proves the point. If it was all nonsense, they wouldn't care. Here's the reality they don't want people to hear. The Australian Taxation Office isn't in the 1901 Constitution. Go read it, you won't find the words Australian Taxation Office anywhere. That's because it didn't exist. It was created in 1973 under corporate statutes. And yes, it has an ABN 51824753 556. Check the register yourself. It's not constitutional law, it's corporate registration. Now, Section 51 of the Constitution says only Parliament can impose taxes. The ATO isn't Parliament. It's an office created decades later, operating under corporate law, issuing what are effectively invoices. And under the Bills of Exchange Act 1909, an invoice is only binding if there's lawful consideration, meaning a contract. No contract? No lawful obligation, which is why their paperwork never comes with your signature on it. And here's the layer that really gets buried. Tax debts are not just collected, they're securitized, packaged up, sold off, and traded as financial instruments in global markets. Your compliance is literally being turned into an asset for international bond markets. That's why you can find Commonwealth of Australia listed in overseas securities databases as a registered entity. It's not about running schools and hospitals. It's about revenue harvesting and trading. International law makes it even clearer. The Geneva Conventions say occupied peoples cannot be forced into economic arrangements stripping their rights. UNDRIP says peoples have the right to their own economic systems. Yet here, everyone is funneled into one central treasury system tied directly into international markets. So when people say tax is the law, ask them which law? The Constitution or a corporate office with an ABN created in the 1970s, issuing unsigned invoices and securitizing your compliance into the global debt machine? Call it what you want, I'll just say this. Nothing about that setup looks like constitutional authority. It looks like corporate billing with a very expensive costume. And here's the part they really don't want you to know. There are lawful ways to step outside of it. You don't evade tax, you correct your standing. You declare yourself as the living man or woman, the executor and beneficiary of your estate, not the corporate name they bill. You can lawfully move into private trust structures. Register yourself as the secured party on PPSR and serve notices of dishonor. When they send corporate invoices without a valid contract, that's not tax evasion, that's removing consent from a corporate contract you never signed. When you know your standing, when you operate through trust law, and when you enforce dishonor properly, you're not hiding from tax. You're proving there was never a lawful tax relationship in the first place. And that's the difference between playing the game and stepping out of it.